Welcome back to Draymond Does Game. Draymond here playing more The Witness. Let's try this out. So, I was trying to figure out what do you do with the broken speaker? And because it's a broken speaker, we know there's supposed to be some amount of volume or noise coming out of it. I was thinking maybe we can take a look at this stuff, the actual speakers themselves, but I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to solve this without just kind of guessing. So honestly, I think we're just going to do that for this specific one. So maybe high, mid, low, high. Is that correct? Oh! Did I have this one solved already? Or are they supposed to be the same? So that's high. We have two. Oh. Yeah, I think that's it. Because we have high, medium, low, low, right? High, medium, low, low. I get it. Haha. There we go. It just took a minute to figure that out. I guess it would have depended on which way that you went to. Okay, cool. Alright. We've figured things out, and we have lowered a staircase. I didn't even notice that. Huh. Oh, no, we're going to Colorland. Oh, this probably won't be good. Is there some amount of puzzles out there that we have to do? Oh, probably, you know. I've never been a fan of the color ones, just because I'm terrible with colors. Alright. This is the panel that we got. Oh god, my shadow. Okay. So, we're looking at this with blue light. How do we solve this? Is it... Or wait, no. Do they have to be pairs? They don't have to be pairs. Okay. We just had to separate white from black. Okay. Where the heck did that go? Oh, that just changes the color. Okay. So now... Isn't it just... Oh. Okay, so this is not green. Or do we... Oh, do we have to do... pairs? No, we can't. I don't think we can do that. No, that's not right. Maybe we have to do it a different way. Okay. Maybe we have to separate these out into their own. Did that do anything? It sounded like it did something, but nothing changed here. Okay. Sorry, I'm just... Hmm. So do we have to go and take a look at... Oh, I wonder if these will be different colors, and then just trying to remember which ones are... Okay, alright, let's try and get all the different colors. So if we do nothing, does it go back to blue? No, it does not go back to blue. Okay. So we need this. They're all separate. Okay, that's a blue. Okay, blue. These are... Okay, we have there and there. Okay. There, these four. Okay. No, we'll focus on this one first. Okay. And then we probably wanted that, and then we'll do the opposite. Opposite. How do we do the opposite here? Aha! Red. Okay, so it was that one and that one. These, that. So that means... Okay. I gotta write some stuff down. Alright, so... Green, what? Green, blue, red. Ah! My mouse! Okay. So... There. Blank. Black. White, black. Do. These ones are all black. Oh my goodness, there is a lot of things to look at and think about here. And these four are white. Okay, I mean, it'd be easier if I just took a screenshot, but I didn't. So we'll go back to blue. Okay, and then blue is similar, but it's white, black, and then do. Black. Do. All white. Blank. Black. White. Black. Okay, and then green, which was just that, right? Yeah. Okay, so then we have black, white, all black. All white. Okay, so that means, where are they all always white and all always black? These four are always white. These three are always black. Okay, and that's it. And the rest is just a combination of color schemes. So when it's red and blue, but not green. So when it's black but white here and white here, that would need to be grouped together or on its own. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So the first thing first is these three are the same color. The other thing to note is these four are the same color. So these ones are always the same. Now it's everything else that changes. So we've got to take a look at how we can separate these with this. Alright, so this one should be different. These three... Oh, these three are the same. Okay. But are they the same as this? No, they are not the same as that. So we need to isolate... Okay, so we'll come back then. So I think we have to go down like this. How about this grid here? Those three... Oh, these three I believe are the same. So, and this one is a different one. This one is white when it's blue, so, while the others are always the same. So I think we can do that. And that should be it. Holy moly, man, this... I'm going to spend all my time just on these two puzzles and making this grid with this paper. Holy moly, I'm going to have to do that for this now. And these are suns, so they have to be paired. Right? Suns are paired? Okay. Alright, well, first off, green. I've got to make this grid again, so just bear with me for a minute. Black, black, blank, blank, black, black, white, black, blank, blank, black, black, blank, 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 blank. I wish I already had some like grid paper handy. All four bottom are black. White, 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 and that one's black. Alright, now we gotta get this back to blue. Which, is it just that one? Alright. Oh, well that's easy to do. White, 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 black, 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 white, 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 black, 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 black. Okay, you know what? I don't need to worry about the rest. I don't have to fill in like some crazy grid. Oh wait. Like how? What? Oh no. How? There we go. I figured it out. Sorry. Okay. And then red is white, 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 black, black, white, black, white, black, white, white, and all white. Okay. Oh, so now looking at this one is its own color. Bottom left, bottom left. Yeah, this one is its own color. Okay. these three should be the same color. These four, or sorry, these three are also their same color. And then up here, those, nope, I had that wrong. Those three are their own color. But this is a weird one because this is pairs. So we have to figure out the pairs of colors and make sure they're together. So for example, if this one and like this one here are the same, they would need to be together, meaning this one would have to be in with something else. So maybe it'd be something like that, right? That could be two pairs, and that would be how that would work currently. So I just have to parse all this stuff out and try and figure out what in the heck makes sense, and which colors would be pairs with each other that we can keep. So I'm gonna do a little bit of work here, and I'm gonna pause the video and I'll be back. Alright, we're back, and it only took about 5 minutes to get the pairs. Now it's trying to figure out how to get the pairs together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this just to kind of show. So and I guess we'll use the red reference because we're on red right now. We have, I grouped them into pairs from what was consistent between them. So this I labeled 1 and 1. They're both white here. They're both white in blue, and they're both black in green. And these were the only two that were consistent with each other. So that's labeled 1. So this is a pair. And then the next pair is this one here is a pair with, where's my other number 2? Oh, right here. These two are always the same. So right now, like that would be an okay solution because we have 2 pairs of 2. But I have a feeling that we're going to have to do something along the lines of as many pairs together as we can, so maybe like 4 and 4. So the next one that I had are the 3s. 3s are this guy and this guy. So right now that would put us to how in the heck would I? Okay. Oh, I know. No, that would. All right. So I don't know if those ones would go together that well, but we'll figure that out. So 4 is these two. So these, that, and those. And in fact, actually, now that I'm looking at that, it might just be that. I guess you only have to solve half of it. Okay, we did it. We have solved the thing. I don't know. Alright. Well, the other pairs are just, if you want to know, 5 is this guy down here with this one. 6 are these two together, so these two are always the same. 7s are that one, and then 8 is that guy and that guy. Holy moly, that's a lot of brain work this early in the morning. I am going to need some more coffee. That one was tough. Someone's gonna take a look at my notes on my desk and go, "What in the heck are you doing here?" And I'm gonna say, "I have no freaking idea." Okay. Oh, that's just two. Okay, and we've done that. So the next thing is figuring out this guy, right? So we have to look at the colors here and figure out pairs, right? Because this is suns, so suns is pairs. So I'd be looking at it. Can I do it from here? No, I can't. Alright, so we have to look at it here and kind of gauge how we can do that. So I'm looking going red with the black, with the yellow coming down like this. Yeah, you know what? I think that might have just been it. Red, the black with the yellow. Just like that. You know, you look at something for long enough and it's just bound to work. Every time I see these statues, I'm like, there's a guy here. Is that water? Weird. Oh, because the fountains are like right there, aren't they? Okay, yeah. Just freaked me out for a minute. Aha! Let's listen to some of these.
It is a great adventure to contemplate the universe beyond man. To contemplate what it would be like without man, as it was in a great part of its long history and as it is in a great majority of places. When this objective view is finally attained, and the mystery and majesty of matter are fully appreciated, to then turn the objective eye back on man, viewed as matter, to view life as part of this universal mystery of the greatest depth, is to sense an experience which is very rare and very exciting. It usually ends in laughter and a delight in the futility of trying to understand what this atom in the universe is. This thing atoms with curiosity that looks at itself and wonders why it wonders. Well, these scientific views end in awe and mystery, lost at the edge in uncertainty, but they appear to be so deep and so impressive that the theory that it is all arranged as a stage for God to watch man struggle for good and evil seems inadequate. Some will tell me that I have just described a religious experience. Very well, you may call it what you will. Then, in that language, I would say that the young man's religious experience is of such a kind that he finds the religion of his church inadequate to describe, to encompass that kind of experience. The God of the church isn't big enough. Richard Feynman, 1963.
I like how you pair that with, like, we're in a church. It's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, we found a couple more things, and I don't know if you saw.
Imagine if all the tumult of the body were to quiet down, along with all our busy thoughts about earth, sea, and air. If the very world should stop, and the mind cease thinking about itself, go beyond itself, and be quite still. If all the fantasies that appear in dreams and imagination should cease, and there be no speech, no sign. Imagine if all things that are perishable grew still. For if we listen, they are saying, we did not make ourselves. He made us who abides forever. Imagine then that they should say this and fall silent, listening to the very voice of him who made them, and not to that of his creation, so that we should hear not his word through the tongues of men, nor the voice of angels, nor the clouds' thunder, nor any symbol, but his very self, which in these things we love. And go beyond ourselves to attain a flash of that eternal wisdom which abides above all things. And imagine if that moment were to go on and on, leaving behind all other sights and sounds but this one vision, which ravishes and absorbs and fixes the beholder in joy, so that the rest of eternal life were like that moment of illumination which leaves us breathless. Would this not be what is bidden in Scripture? Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Augustine of Hippo, circa 400.
Very cool. Yeah. So we have... There's a puzzle up on this guy. I just couldn't see where the endpoints are supposed to be. Oh, there's one there. Okay. So you have to try and figure out how to get it to that one. Alright, that'll be a chore for another day. We know there's one there. We saw this ginormous environmental one. So there was another black... what is this called? Fence, stone wall over there as well, which wasn't connected, so we probably can do one over there too. But we opened up. Oh, you bugger. There. What? I'm glad I looked up. Like, what? How do you. Okay. Oh, I see you. One? I don't know, it's hard to tell. It looks like it could be, but I don't think it... Oh, maybe it is. No. Oh, I see, it's over here. God, this lighting could be better, though, that's for sure. Okay. Another one. So it's probably... Do we have to like... Huh. Maybe they're not all, but some are. Interesting. Okay. This perspective here, this way a little bit. Okay. And then these ones here. No, I can't do that. Okay. All right, up we go. Maybe there'll be some more audio clues or whatnot while we go up. Oh, maybe there's new perspectives from these up here. Okay, I see now. Maybe there will be another perspective that we can check out from up here. No, that does not look like it. Okay. Maybe not. There could not be. We're almost up to the top. What? There's a door. We haven't figured out that door. Why not? What? Oh man, there's this whole section right here. Alright, I thought we got it all. Apparently not. We have to figure out this. And you know what we'll do with that? We'll do it next time. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye.